Let me tell you a story. I had over 10 certifications. Power Yoga, RYT 200, Balanced Body University 480-hour certification, RKC Kettlebell, Competition Kettlebell, TRX, Zumba, CrossFit, Body Pump, RPM, NESM personal training, and my classes were still empty. Some of my students walked out mid-class. Some of them just, poof, disappeared. And I remember I was thinking, what am I doing wrong? Now here's that no one in this industry wants to admit. And I want you to really hear this, because if you've ever felt this might change how you see everything. You see, you can be the most qualified instructor and still have an empty room. You can have the perfect alignment, the best technical cues. You can name all the muscles and still people walk out. If you've ever stood there after class feeling defeated, questioning, is this truly what I meant to do? You are not crazy. And more importantly, it's not what you think. I'm Gabriella. I created Inferno Hot Pilates, and when we opened our studio, I spent the first 2 years teaching all the classes. I mean, all the classes. 6 Hot Pilates classes a day, 7 days a week, only 4 on Sundays. And I made all the mistakes so that you don't have to. In the past 10 years, I trained close to 5,000 instructors. Today, I'm gonna show you the specific skills that actually fill classes. Let me tell you a secret. These are never taught in traditional certifications. Many years ago, I just finished another teacher training and I was excited. I mean, really, really excited. And I thought, this is it. This will going to take me to the next level. I walked into class, I was nervous but ready. I memorized everything, every detail, and I started teaching. And within minutes, something fell off. Some of my students started chit-chatting, side-talking. Some of them, they were just staring at me like deer in headlights. And I remember one student went to the bathroom and I never saw her again. People didn't come back after that class. They just ghosted me. At the beginning, I didn't understand why, because in my mind, I did everything right. I did everything I was told. I thought better cues equal better classes, more knowledge equals better results. But I was wrong. And this is where everything started to shift. What works in textbooks does not work in real life. Because when you stand there explaining every detail, naming all the muscles, breaking everything down, you are not teaching, you are lecturing. And they check out. They didn't come to your class to get lectured. They come here to feel something, feel different, to move, to be led. You see, they want a leader. They want a guide who isn't more knowledgeable. They want a guide who cares. Now, this is important because this is where I saw it clearly for the first time. One of my studio owner friends owns a retreat center. She invited a very well-known high-skilled yoga instructor, someone who studied with gurus. And her list of education was super impressive, if you ask me. Of course, from the instructor's standpoint. She's someone who spent years developing her craft. Check this out. All of her marketing was about what she knew, her credentials, her experience, and her journey. And probably by now, you know that something's wrong with this picture. Yes, she ended up with less than 10 people, and the goal was 30. Now, same retreat center, same price point, same opportunity, different instructor, different approach. She made it about the students. She kept it light, fun, relatable, and her retreat was sold out within a week. And the wait list was waitlisted. Same place, same price, completely different results. And that's when it hit me. People don't care how much you know. They want to know how much you care. The first instructor marketed her credentials. The second instructor marketed connection and transformation. It was about the students, not about her. Now, let's take a quick look. Are you listing what you know or showing people what they'll become? Because people don't sign up for information. They sign up and they want transformation. I remember walking into a class as a student. Within 30 seconds, a massive light bulb went off. Picture this. I walked in brand new. I did not know anyone. I was greeted like a friend. I got a hug. I said to myself, this feels familiar. You know, when the whole experience feels like home. She asked me about my day. You know the feeling when you feel seen. And I noticed something. She did not want to be interesting. She was genuinely interested. She was calling people by her name, complimenting them. Everyone who walked in lit up like a Christmas tree. And here's what most instructors miss. The experience doesn't start when class starts. It starts the moment the first student walks in the studio. The experience starts in the lobby. You see, when a brand new student comes in, they don't look, they scan. You've heard the expression, don't judge the book by its cover, but they have to. Otherwise, the check-in will be way too long. You see, we live in a fast world and they have to scan. Otherwise, they would be standing there for hours trying to decide. And if you're standing at front desk scrolling your phone, waiting until the class starts, you're missing out. You're missing out on a huge opportunity. You see, connection is currency. The best instructors are using the opportunity before class to connect. Every chance they get, they use compliments, small talk, greeting the students loudly. When the students feel seen, they come back. Once the class officially begins, I teach the instructors how to ace their class. If you get this, everything changes. A stands for acknowledge. Make your students feel seen, not just corrected. Make them feel seen. Walk up to them and acknowledge when they're doing something right, especially when they do a move right. Celebrate their effort. You have to give them small wins because when people feel like they're winning, you'll see them again. C stands for challenge. Push them beyond their limits because the best thing someone can say after class is, I can't believe I did that. They do more than they think they could handle. And that's transformation. E stands for energy. High energy. You see, your energy becomes their experience. If your energy is flat, their energy will be flat. If you feel alive, they feel alive. If you feel motivated, they feel motivated. And if you feel excited, they feel excited. And you are in control of the room. Now, if you're sitting here thinking, okay, I got it, but how do I actually do this? How do I build that presence, that connection, that charisma? That's exactly what I teach inside the Inferno Hot Pilates Instructor certification. We don't just teach choreography. We teach you how to fill rooms. But stay with me because this next part is the piece most people never learn. My spiciest take is that you don't need more certifications to have sold out classes. You need charisma, presence, and energy. You need to be motivating, inspirational, and have great connection. And charisma is not a personality trait. Are you ready? I'll tell you a secret. It's a skill. And here's the breakdown. Now, C stands for caring. Be interested, not interesting. The instructor who compliments students asks about their cat, their kids, their work. That's the instructor that your students will come back for. And you don't need to be the funniest person in the room. You just need to care about your students right in front of you. Age stands for happy. Keep smiling. It makes you look very friendly. You see, resting bitch face will give you resting bitch voice. Walk around, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed. The students have so much stuff going on throughout the day. They're coming to the studio to feel happy. And it all starts with you. A stands for articulate. You must be loud and articulate. Avoid mumbling. If you mumble, they can't hear you. Therefore, they don't get what they're supposed to be doing. They miss the alignment cues. Demos have to be short and sweet. Otherwise, you lose their attention and they get bored. R stands for relatable. Keep the moves simple. I broke the rule of technical cues. Instead of saying flex your feet, I started saying close to the nose. I started peppering in the benefits. You see, feature tells, benefit sells. Don't say engage your core, engage your core, engage your core, or engage your transverse abdominis. Instead, say we are creating a tight waistline. Make it relatable. I stands for inspirational. You don't have to climb Mount Kilimanjaro to be inspiring. Take classes at the studio. That's all. Work out and look the part. That's very inspiring. Now, I have a question for you. Would you get your hair done by a hairstylist who just burned their hair off? Nope. You're right. Post about your healthy eating habits. When you run into your students in the grocery store with a whole bunch of junk food in your basket, that's not inspirational. Inspiration always starts with you. S stands for showmanship. You are the Beyonce of hot Pilates. Every class is a performance. It's a rock concert with big moves, big energy, upbeat music. Showmanship is not about being the star. It's about creating the experience that's bigger than the workout, making them feel like they're part of a movement, not just a class. M stands for motivational. Motivation is not just words. It's also body language. Stand up and stand up straight. Walk around like you have to do. Bring your energy around. They love feeling you. They love seeing you. Show them I'm here for you. Give them your undivided attention. When it comes to words, keep it short and sweet, 1 or 2 sentences. Please avoid technical mumbo jumbo. We say things like, you've got this. One more, let's go. I see you, keep pushing. That's very motivational. A long speech about the body parts, the alignment, that becomes a lecture. And finally, A stands for all in. Get to the studio early. Show them that you know that this is the highlight of their day. Take them seriously and take this seriously. Respect your students enough to show up fully. And these are not personality traits. These are skills. Charisma is the magic that you can learn. Pick one letter from charisma and focus on it in your next class. Practice one at a time. Build the skill and watch your classes transform. So here's the truth. You don't need another certification. You need to stop solving the wrong problem because it was never about what you know. It was about how you make your students feel. And you already knew that deep down. You just didn't have the structure to execute it. So the real question isn't, should I get another certification? It is, am I ready to become the instructor people come back for? If this hit home, there's one more thing you need to see because this is just the beginning. There's a video called How to Go from Empty Classes to Sold Out Rooms Without Getting Another Certification. And that's where I show you how this actually turns into packed rooms. That's where everything clicks. Go watch that next. I'll see you there.